We're going to take a look at the Oklahoma-Clemson college football playoff semifinal game right now with professional handicapper Joe Gavazzi here at SBR Videos. I'm Peter Loshak. Joe Gavazzi, both Oklahoma and Clemson, obviously elite teams this year, but they have starkly different ATS profiles overall on the year, right? Oklahoma was 9-3 against spread overall, very profitable in general, and Clemson was very sluggish ATS, 6-7 ATS overall. You know, they covered their last game against North Carolina barely. They won by 8 as a 6.5-point favorite. Before that, they had lost 4 in a row ATS. This, though, is going to be the first game all season that Clemson's going to be an underdog, so it might be, and they do have a tendency to play, they're one of those teams that plays up and down to their relative competition, so maybe they have value here as an underdog. Right now the line is Clemson plus 3.5 or 4. Joe Gavazzi, what do you like here?
Many will knee-jerk to number one Clemson as an underdog in this role, but I think the noose continues to tighten for number one, who, as you point out, has failed to outperform expectations in 5 of their 6 games since taking that number one ranking. Key is a defense that is the last 6 games of the season allowed 27 points per game. Well, that's clearly not going to cut it as Oklahoma. And many believe, as I do, that Oklahoma playing the best ball of any team down the stretch of this season. And we're going to label this as our revenge game of the year. Oklahoma had an underachieving season last year with 5 losses, therefore the value in the according 9-3 ATS record this year. They had 5 revenge opponents on their schedule this year. The first 4 were Big 12 foes. They took care of all 4 of those, beginning with the Kansas State 55-0 shutout and coming down to the last 3 games of the season where they got 3 consecutive revenge victories, concluding with a wipeout of arch rival Oklahoma State in their annual rivalry game. Now they get their 5th rivalry game of the season, and this is not just any rivalry game, of course. It's for the semifinal right to meet in the championship game, and of course against number one Clemson, a team who defeated them 40-6 last year in their bowl game, a game in which Oklahoma had 5 turnovers, which was the critical difference. I like Oklahoma to get the revenge sweep by a comfortable margin against the Clemson team who will be feeling all the pressure. Oklahoma minus the 4, my revenge game of the year in the bowls.
Okay, there you have it. It's right now a split line, though. 3.5 is one of the market-wide numbers as well, so we can give you that for the purpose of record keeping here. Joe Gavazzi recommending a play on Oklahoma, giving 3.5 points to Clemson, number one ranked Clemson. Thanks so much, Joe Gavazzi.